Hi, my name is Nadia Monique. I'm 20 years old, and this is my story. I'm here today to. There's a lot of different messages that I really want to portray on my page. I feel like a lot of people know me as a model, whatever you want to call it, but I feel like there's so much more behind that face and a personality. And I want to I feel like I owe that to people who are watching me. I feel like I owe that to girls that I inspire, that I motivate, that there's a real raw person behind those pictures. So I started modeling when I was 15 years old and I was still in high school at the time. So I feel like that's when hate comments started happening. That's when I feel like a lot of the bullying started coming in. It was really hard for me because I feel like that was very, very new to me. I was super excited about this new path that I was going down, and it was very difficult for me to pursue and dream big when I was still in high school. So I feel like that's something that I know a lot of girls go through that are younger that look up to me. And so I want to share that story with you guys to know that, you know what I mean? High school was very, very difficult for me. And I feel like people were making fake pages about me. Like people were just, I don't even leaving me out of situations just because they didn't like what I did. So I feel like that's what really started, I guess, the spiral down of my self-doubt and other people's opinions about my work. Never let those type of people dictate or determine your future or how you want to go about your life. In high school, with all those bad things that were said about me, I would literally sit in the back of the room and envision and replay my future. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna prove you guys wrong. I cannot wait to see till you guys see what I do with my life. That was basically my mindset growing up. With any of the people putting me down, is like, I'm gonna make you wish, you know what I mean, that you guys never would say these things like this about me. So I get this question so much in my DMs from so many different girls, and it's kind of hard. I can't answer that question because there's not one reason or one specific thing that I did to become a model. I feel like I did so many different things that I would have never even imagined myself to do to get to this point where I am now. Like I did pageants, I did runway, I hated that. I did directing, I did music videos. I did so many things, and I feel like that's what really that's where I got the connections, that's where I got the networking ability to be who I wanted to be now. And that's what I really want to influence on girls nowadays, is that's what it basically it is. I enjoy how it makes me feel. I enjoy just, I guess, the beauty of it. There's no wrong way to model. There's no wrong way of doing fashion. Like however you want to content create, that's your vision. And I think that's what's beautiful with people who create nowadays, because it's their own vision and nobody else can steal that from them. Nobody else can discredit their work for their vision. You know, that's not wrong, it's not right. So that's what I love about it. Being a role model for other girls or even just guys, being a role model in general, to me is very, very important because I'm very strict about my image. I'm very, very hard on myself about my reputation. It means a lot to me. I feel like you spend so many years building up your reputation and it can be damaged in seconds. So for me, that's something that I do not, I take very, very serious. But no, being a role model is very stressful because I feel like a lot of times all eyes are on you, and you kind of have to, it's your job at that point. If you're going to be an influencer, if you're going to be anybody on social media that has a pretty decent following, it's kind of your job to be a role model in a positive way for people that are looking at your page, that are looking up to you, because you don't know their story. You don't know why they're looking up to you. You don't know what their reasoning is for following you. So it's just very, very important to me to share my story, to share the real raw things in life. Three words to describe me would be caring, funny, and ooh, I would say ambitious. Social media is no joke. Like, social media is no freaking joke, especially when it comes to mental health, especially when it comes to people's self image of themselves. I feel like people take comments, people take different opinions that aren't theirs very seriously. And I have my own personal battles with depression and anxiety. So that's where I kind of fall into this category where it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me to share my story. It means a lot to me to let these girls know what it is and how I go through it. So I get so many Instagram messages. I get so many just comments from girls. Could be you, just that you look up to me, or I'm so perfect. My life's this. Like, I wish I could do this. I wish. And it's just so far from the truth. Like, I I feel like I honestly owe it to you guys. I feel like I owe it to girls to share that just dark side of social media. I feel like I owe it to anybody who's watching this that it is not that. It is not all the glam, the glitz and glam that you see, on pictures. There's so much going on behind that. It's just so important to find your peace spot when doing social media. And I know this even with artists that rap or people that own their businesses. Everybody's opinions matter. And for you to sit here and say that somebody's hate comments or somebody's opinions at one point didn't get to you, you're a liar, because it does. And that's okay. Everybody has their insecure moments. Everybody has something that people say demons in their head that tell them, you know what I mean, the wrong thing. And I guess it's your job to really make sure that you take care of yourself, to make sure that you always have your body just rest. It's so important to just take care of your body, take care of your mental. You only have one mind, so don't lose it in this whole social media game. My dream job is, well, for sure to make money, like doing something that I love, but I really want to be a director of some sort. I love being on set. I love just the entertainment industry in general. I feel like that's something that I for sure see myself being somewhere, somehow on set for things like this. Not sure where yet, but for sure in that industry. A kiss from my boyfriend to wake me up. Some of the negative aspects of being an influencer or anybody on social media is, for me, is the hate comments, because I know it's so hard. People always say, don't read them, like don't invest too much into it, which is true. Don't ever spend the day, dwelling on it. But at the same time, let's just give an example. I'll work super hard on a project and I think it looks good. Like everything looks good. I post it. And the first thing it goes viral for the wrong reasons. And this has happened to me like 3 times where I'm posting like, I think I look so cute. I post it and it goes viral for the wrong reasons. And it goes viral for the way they hate my weight, or the way that they hate, I don't know, like my look. I feel like I get a lot of hate comments on my weight. So throughout my life, my weight has fluctuated between being super skinny to being a little bit thicker in a relationship, and neither one of them was ever anybody's perfect ideal body. So I feel like for me to like share that with you guys is, there's never going to be a right way to be on social media. There's never going to be a right way for people to look at you and everybody fall in love with you. It doesn't exist. There's going to be something that nobody doesn't like about you. There's going to be something that they're going to nitpick any and every little thing about you, whether you change it for them or not. People tend to forget that people love to see you sad. People like to see you miserable. They like to see you down on yourself in the worst part of your life. And that's why it's super, super important to be very cautious about what you share with people, how you share it with people. It's very, very hard to determine who you can trust in this industry, especially. So it's like, move to the side and be with people that you trust, that can build you back up again, so you can be out on the spotlight, because it's very, very hard to trust people in this industry, especially when they just want to get something from you, want to move up onto the next level from you. I know people call them like clout chasers, but they're real. They are real people that do that, and it's very sad because it's like you will put your genuine trust into them, you'll put your genuine feelings into them, and you might be a genuine person, but not everybody is like that, and not everybody is like you. So it's like if you are like that, you need to cherish that for yourself and make sure that you surround yourself and find people that have the same heart as you. My biggest inspiration is my mom, for sure. Music can do a lot for you, honestly. I feel like I run to music for if I'm sad, happy, excited, nervous. Like I run to music for anything. I feel like a lot of times music is very motivational and inspirational to me. I would want people to know how genuine I am and how much of a real person I am. I feel like people automatically put me in a stereotype or a certain category that I'm gonna be this stuck up, mean person. And I feel like I genuinely want the best for a lot of people. I genuinely love women. I love seeing women win. And guys too. Like I think it's just so dope. Like in Arizona, how people are just so creative in their own ways. Like people have their own lanes, and to me, that's something that I value a lot about where I am, where I live. But yeah, I want people to know I'm very supportive in anything and everything that you have to offer and that you do in your life. I saw this quote yesterday, and it was something that like stuck with me very, very like hard because it's very true. But the very sad reality of it is nobody's coming to push you, nobody's coming to save you. It is your responsibility you're responsible for your own life. You're responsible for your own future. You're responsible for what check is coming next. You're responsible to pay your own bills. And don't ever expect a partner or a family member or friends to push you the way that you need to be pushed for your own future, for your own wants and needs. That's something that's just never gonna happen. And that's something that I had to learn, you know what I mean, myself, is that I need to learn a way to make money for myself. I need to learn a way to make my life how I want it to. You have to push yourself in ways that you have never, it's draining. It's a lot of energy, but I feel like if you want it that bad, that's something that you really have to have a talk with yourself and really write down goals that you want to do, write down scenarios of how things played out. If this doesn't work out, do you have a plan B? If this doesn't work out, do you have something else that you want to transition to? Like you have to always be on guard with your life. And I feel like your life, whatever you do, is so important and is so precious, and I'm not trying to scare you, but you are on a time clock, like you're on a time limit, you know? So it's like, get up and do everything that you always said that you want to do. You don't want to ever, like, that's something that I really, really am strong on with people, is don't ever regret anything in your life. Do everything that you want to do. Even if it's something simple or silly, like check it off now so you can just move on to something else. I'm telling you, your life is everything and anything that you want to do. So do it. So again, my name is Nadia Monique, and I'm very, very appreciative to have a platform to share my story with you guys. You guys can find me on Instagram at Nadia Monique, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next segment.